This is modern homesteading.
So summer is nearly upon us, and it's time to think about getting our seeds started for the garden.
I want to show you how well my new shelves work. This is where I'll be starting my seed. It's February, and so it's time to get the early seeds planted. Each year I pull out these very unattractive plastic shelves, and we have to look at them for months. So this year we decided to go ahead and install some wood shelves. We're going to paint them red so it all matches. They will come out when they're not in use, but they're up here. My honey did this for me. So I've got 2 windows worth, and I can get started on my seeds, which I love to do. South-facing windows, they are. And that's, of course, where you're going to get the most light and the most heat we have here.
So for our indoor garden greenhouse, we're going to need some cleats for our shelves. So I've got 8 pieces here that are just from some leftover trim boards I had from our dining room remodel. We're going to cut these all to length, chamfer them, countersink them, and get them ready to install to hold the shelves. Since these cleats are going to be a permanent portion of the window casing, I'm going to put a little bit of a kind of a detail on the end, a little 45 angle to make it not so stand out so much. Whatever I find myself doing, I always try to think about efficiency, being efficient and economy of motion. So what I have here is, since we have an old house, our house is over 100 years old, and it's very crooked. Every detail and every cut is always going to be different. So I pre-measure everything and write it out, and I've got my west window and I've got my east window, and I just bring that in here and transfer it, and everything is marked so I can take it back in there and know. That way when I come out to the wood shop, I make all my cuts at one time, do all my drilling and countersinking at one time, and then I'm not going back and forth and wasting motion and wasting time. When you're writing your dimensions on lumber that's going to be painted, make sure you always use a pencil. If you use a Sharpie, it'll bleed through.
My honey just finished installing some shelves in our south-facing windows. These are very bright and they get a lot of sunlight. And so we've got 2 different windows. We were putting these so I could do my seed starts. And we're also going to go ahead and get some lights to put in. They're going to be inexpensive, and we'll show you how to do that too so that your plants don't get too leggy as they grow. The reason the shelves are 12 inches wide are to accommodate these trays and growing things. I've already had these. I reuse them year to year, and they fit. I want to show you how well my new shelves work.
I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze and love is a riddle. I don't know where to go. Can't do it alone. I've tried.
It's a miracle.
I don't know why.
I really do think you should paint these red, love.
What's wrong with foiled linseed oil?
Nope, I want them red so that they kind of blend in. Otherwise it looks a little bit unfinished. I'm not a video person.
I know, we have to do it.
Okay, stay tuned for part 2, and we'll show you how to put in some really inexpensive grow lights.
Curious about that Chester man set. Quackman 7.